The content for the show is decided based on a lot of things. It's for example, if it's August, you may look at Women's Month. If it's June, you look at it's Father's Day, and. So there's so many things that affect. It's actually issues that affect women in all spheres of life, whether it be them at home, whether it be women with their children, women at work, how they treat each other, all of that. As long as it involves and is important to the South African woman, that is what we focus on.
Motswako started a few years ago. It's now in its 15th season. It started with Carol Bauer being one of the presenters. I think it had 3 or 4 presenters back then. And slowly but surely the show developed into something where it used to be called Motswako in the Mix, into being a predominantly Sotho Pedi show where they had one presenter, which could really get a one-on-one or conversational feel for the show rather than being more like The View or those shows that have multiple hosts.
My day at Motswako, I get here, do makeup. Kosi does a brilliant job of just making everyone look hot. And after that, go through scripts and meet guests and all of that. And then we come on set and we record.
In Motswako, we use 4 cameras. We like to get close-up shots of the presenters and the guests, and the lighting is very bright. They use really expensive furniture, and basically in the control room, it all happens from here.
The way we come up with the episodes, the topics for each episode, is basically current news. Whatever is happening right now, we take that topic and we use it, and it becomes our show.
Today I'm talking to Mpoma Boy. I'll be talking to Sibongile Khumalo, and we're talking about a very interesting topic. Can women have it all?
That is actually from the CEO of Pepsi. She said that women cannot have it all.
You know, South African women are forever, in fact not only South African women worldwide are changing their views on what should happen at home, changing their views on where they should be at work. They're now making their own decisions with regards to their bodies, having children, if they should cook or not. It's not even about whether it was done 20 years ago and it was done in this way. The woman of today is doing things differently, but we now want to know, if the woman of today is doing things differently, do they still get affected by traditions and cultures and how men view women? What does it mean for women in general?
Motswako is a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman with a very sharp mind. And while there may be others who might make the same claim, I think she is special because I find she listens quite attentively. She follows through on what you're saying, and if you veer off too far off, then she's able to bring it back, and that's an important quality for somebody who hosts a talk show.
Presenting is thought to be an easy and very glamorous job. A lot of people imagine the camera lights go and that's it, but there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of research that goes into it. There's a lot of you that goes into any show. You've got to bring so much of being relaxed, being comfortable, but also making your guests understand what you're doing and relate, while you're also making your audience understand what you're doing. So it's a balancing act.
The one thing that the public might not know about Motswako is that she's an ordinary girl next door. She'll relate to anybody in the same way as she would relate to a minister or the president, I think.
Didn't happen now because a lot of people work at the rights,
when somebody speaks and asks questions in their mother tongue, then you must really, really listen attentively and get into in Zulu we call it umnyombo, the essence of the question, because the overall essence of what is being said or being asked is not quite the same as when you ask it in English.
A few years ago, we changed the focus from being a show that deals with women's issues to a show that deals with global issues affecting women.
Being a woman, I find it's very easy for us to complain about our hard life as women, as it were. But in fact, we have a lot of power that we don't draw on. We have a lot of power that we sometimes forget.
Any space where you're allowed to say your view, no matter what you think, is a good space, and that's what I like about Motswako.
Motswako is very much a show for women, developed and created by women.
Motswako is all about women. Motswako is all about life.